The 2026 FIFA World Cup is still months away, but the governing body is already in damage control mode. After weeks of backlash over astronomical ticket prices and growing fears around Donald Trump's tightening visa policies, FIFA has finally blinked. The world's most powerful football body has now introduced a $60 ticket tier. It clearly suggests one thing. Even FIFA is worried about empty seats at the biggest sporting event on the planet. Let's break this down and what FIFA has done and why this matters. FIFA has introduced a limited number of $60 supporter entry tier tickets. These tickets will be distributed through competing national teams' fan allocation programs. In simple terms, around 10% of matchday tickets for
U.S. President Donald Trump is expanding a travel ban to 5 more countries and imposing new limits on others. From January, citizens of Burkina Faso, Mali, Niger, South Sudan, and Syria will be banned from entering the U.S. They join 12 other countries that have been deemed high risk, including Afghanistan, Sudan, and Yemen. The Trump administration has also imposed full restrictions on people with travel documents issued by the Palestinian Authority.
A multi-billion-dollar lawsuit filed by the U.S. president against the BBC couldn't come at a more critical moment for the corporation. So Donald Trump has accused the BBC of defaming him by splicing together 2 parts of a speech that he gave on January the 6th, 2021. Now, there was one section where he told supporters to march on the Capitol and another where he said fight like hell. What the BBC left out was the part where he called for peaceful protest. The BBC admits it did give the wrong impression, but also that there's no legal basis to sue because it wasn't done out of malice. It didn't affect Donald Trump's re-election. This edit couldn't be seen in America, where this case is being filed. Donald Trump's team disputes that, saying it could be seen in America. The BBC says it's ready to fight the case, but it could cost the organisation financially, but also reputationally, because it's going to keep this mistake in the headlines whilst it starts negotiations with the British government about how much public money it's going to get in the future. The BBC is financed through a compulsory tax on all UK TV viewers, and there are UK lawmakers who want that licence fee to be scrapped altogether. But there's also another element to this case which will be raising a lot of doubts within the BBC, because Donald Trump claims the BBC violated trade practices law, suggesting that he feels the BBC has been competing unfairly in the US. The US is a key market for the BBC commercially. Away from that licence fee, he could find many ways to restrict the BBC's access to the US, which would start their own commercial window too. It could also, for example, restrict BBC News' access to White House briefings, which would damage its access to stories as well.
Contrary to what some have heard, Emmanuel Macron is still the president of France and has not been overthrown by an unnamed colonel. This after a series of artificial intelligence-generated videos purported to show journalists reporting live from Paris on an ongoing coup.
For now, unofficial sources are describing a coup d'etat in France led by an unidentified colonel and the possible toppling of Emmanuel Macron.
2 days later, more false AI videos purported to confirm the putsch from the presidential palace and from the streets.
Live from Paris, the situation continues to develop, and as you can see, supporters of the colonel have taken to the streets.
The videos garnered millions of views, but did not cross the president's radar until days later, when he received a concerned message from an African counterpart.
A Facebook message that said, "Dear President, what's happening in France? I'm very worried."
The president's response to the content was one of indignation.
I believe in a free and open debate, but these people are making a mockery of us. They don't care about protecting public debate.
And he was especially unimpressed by the platform when they declined to take the videos down.
The message from Facebook read, "This does not contravene our rules of acceptable use." They refused to withdraw it. When we have manifestly fake news that endangers public safety through destabilization, it must be possible to take them down.
The videos were subsequently removed on Wednesday morning, but as AI-generated content has proliferated, its quality has improved and it has become an increasingly effective vehicle for fake news.
Breaking news just moments ago, a fresh look at the U.S. economy. Long-awaited data on the labor market showing that the unemployment rate rose
That's the highest level in just over 4 years. You can see on that chart